You're listening to Knives and Monroe versus the podcast, and we're here to be about guns and stuff.
Welcome to another episode of the podcast. I'm Knives Monroe. How are you guys doing? Hopefully you're doing well. I'm going through a journal, and I got journals for days. This one is November 29th, 2009, entitled Reasons I Don't Do Anything. At the top, it says, in red ink, "This is all fixable." All is underlined. I'm mean. My mom isn't proud of me. I'm lazy. I'm fat. I feel fat. I procrastinate. I wait to the last minute and fail. I'm afraid. I self-sabotage my life. I convince myself it's okay. I ignore pain. I rarely, if at all, care about myself or my well-being. I'm an insomniac. I'm in debt. I'm lazy. Knives, you wrote that twice. Pretty fucking lazy. I don't think I'm good enough. I never write. I settle for mediocrity. I subconsciously want to focus on others to purposely neglect myself, then later use it as an excuse, all executed subliminally, simultaneously, and comprehensively. Knives, that sentence, 2009. Oh, here's a good one. Reasons I don't do anything, right? Here's a good one. I convince myself I'm fundamentally fucked. I want to change every day. I wait for miracles that I know will never come. I wholeheartedly rely on flukes. I talk shit that I can't back up. I try hard to be perfect. I make dumb mistakes so I can tell myself that I could have done it right if I wanted to. Yeah. 2009. That's 11 years ago, this November. The better part of 11 years. You know, I was running earlier today, and I only ran 2.5 miles. Not a big deal. Breathing exercises and doing what I do. Falling into a flow state. Thinking. Going deep. Swimming in the ocean of consciousness, meditating. And I thought of something, I reminded myself of something that I forget, and I forgot with good reason, and that's I'm the cause of my own suffering, not the people I let inside of my life that I blame things on, not my father, not ex-girlfriends, not, ex-employers and job opportunities and mistakes and the movies I've made and things I wish I did or didn't do. I made this podcast yesterday. It's January 28th, and I made this podcast yesterday talking about my ego and how I wanted to kill it. And I have to do that every day. Sometimes I think I drowned it, chopped up its limbs in little pieces, sunk its rotten corpse in acid, and I think it's dissolved, and it just shows up there the next day. Like a fucking Groundhog Day. Did you ever see that Bill Murray movie? And during this meditation on my run, I reminded myself that it's me. I told myself, like, Knives, it's you. It's not your mistakes. It's not who abandoned you or what you've abandoned. It's not anything else other than you. And all I want to do is fix that. All I want to do is subvert that and be better and automate that until it's the new pattern, the new routine, and I'll feel better about myself. It's me. I hold the keys to that castle. I read that journal excerpt because, I got to make a podcast every day. But I also did it because I want to share that I'm a paradox, I'm simultaneously one of the luckiest motherfuckers on the face of the earth, I feel. And I might not be the most talented, the shiniest gem in the box, but I will tell you, you know it if you've listened to any one of these, that there's a fire that burns in me that shines bright. And my passion has kept me warm on nights where I was alone in the dark, in the murk, with no prospects. But all I had was my passion, and that was all I needed. And it ain't over for me. And I'm lucky because I have the best job ever. It's a dream. It's a dream come true. I was telling somebody else the other day what I do, what my job is, and they're like, really? That's what you do? That's your job? Holy shit, that's awesome. And I was like, yeah, it is. I almost take it for granted. It's so cool. This was a prayer. Yeah. And I love who I work with. Like, everybody at my job right now I love it. It's like one of the best, you take my family away and you take them out of this situation. It's like one of the best things I got going for me. I'm very lucky. I get to make videos and podcasts and take photos every day and work with inspiring people. It's such a fascinating group of leaders. Like, it is, I'm really lucky. I prayed for this once upon a time. It's more than what I deserve, but what got me here was that beacon of light that got me through so many tunnels. My passion for what I do, my belief and resolve in me when nobody else believed in me. And I know I still have hurdles to overcome, obstacles to plow through. And I just want people that are listening to see this. This is how I'm feeling right now. A lot of it is self-imposed. A lot of it is seasonal. A lot of it is, I trigger myself to give myself a reason to relapse, to choke on something. And, it's a cycle, and I'm my own worst enemy. But I want to be better, and I can be. And if there's a mantra when it comes to this podcast that I want you guys to take with you, I'm on day 28 in a row, and I can't remember the last time I did anything for 28 days in a row. What does day 500 look like? What does day 500 look like? I'm going to have to be hospitalized if if I'm to miss a day here, because I almost made one of these on my phone. I didn't. I never know what I'm going to do either. And when I have a guest, it's awesome. But when I do these solo casts, these little mini-sodes, I enjoy it. I get a lot out of it, and I get pretty good feedback. When Dakota called me back in September 2017 and offered me the D-Rock position to follow him around, film him, document his entire journey, these feelings flooded me that were so new. And I'll never forget, I thought of Charlie in Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, the Gene Wilder one, where at the end, when Charlie turns in the everlasting gobstopper or whatever it's called, and Willy Wonka tells Charlie, you know what happens? You know what happened to the kid that suddenly got everything he ever wanted? And Charlie's like, what? And Willy Wonka says, he lived happily ever after. And then they sail off, da da da, da da da, da da da, da 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 da. It's really a beautiful moment. And it may or may not have been scripted. It's neither here nor there, but that's the way I felt. I felt like, wow, I got everything I ever wanted. I really want to hold on to that feeling, man, because it inspires me again. It reminds me that I'm not a worthless piece of fucking shit. And all the things that keep me up at night, and the guilt and the shame and the failures and letting people down. Yeah, it fucks with me the most. When people say, how do you sleep at night? Oof, it's not easy. It's not easy, but I'm on the path and I'm trying real hard to redeem myself every single day. And I know that if I love myself and I'm my own friend, I'll be okay. And I know that I live for God and Jesus and I'm saved. My soul is saved. And I don't know how much time I'm going to have on this rock, but I ain't going to waste it. And no matter what happens, I will live with passion.
Never ever believe anything you hear. And believe only half of what you see. And always, forever and ever and ever, put a force field around your heart.